Hey everyone, welcome to Princess Gay. I'm your host Connie, and today we are here to count down my top 20 favorite queer characters as of this year, as of current. So I made a list of this back in 2022, I think 2021 or 2022, a couple years back, where I made a list. I made one of these list videos, one of these countdown videos on my top 20 favorite queer characters. And I figured, in those couple years, I've seen a lot more shows, and shows that I was maybe even only starting at the time. I have, now seen to completion. And it's like, I could very much update this list and have it be almost completely different. And so I went to do the list. I went to make it and figure it out. And by the time it's done, it's like, oh, this is extremely different. There's some characters on it that remain and everything, but there's a lot of new characters and a lot of like shifting in terms of positions and stuff. It's like it's a very different list, and I feel like that definitely vindicated my choice to make this, to make an updated version of this. It definitely felt like, oh yeah, I definitely feel right in doing this. And because it's Pride Month, I felt like this was a good time to make this. I mentioned in the Pride announcement video that I was going to have something coming up this week, and this is it. I just had to get like the clips and everything done, had to get all of that set up. Because, I have 20 characters to get clips for. And because I am choosing to do clips as I usually do, that does mean, yeah, it is going to be redirected. But I'll get into that in a bit. See, if you're wondering, like, what the qualifications are that on this, it's pretty simple. It's a character from fictional media. They have to be queer to some degree, and I mean canonically queer based on the media. Even if it's never directly stated, if the media shows that they are queer, then I'm counting it. And I think there's only one character in this that it's like maybe some people could question, but it's so blatant. Honestly, I don't think anybody will. I'm not even going to tell you who it is. Um, but yeah, the characters I'm going with canon characters though. Not characters who I'm headcanoning, like, oh, this character I could see being trans, or this character I could see being gay. So, like, for example, I'm just going to say right off the bat here, it's like, Carol, oh god, what's her last name? Stanley. Carol Stanley and Tuesday Simmons from Carol Tuesday. Although there's a lot of hints at a possible romantic feelings between them, nothing is ever confirmed, so I can't put either of them on here. Just as an example, though there's a lot of canon queer characters in that series, I just as an example of characters who have a lot of subtext but no confirmation. But if a character is like so blatantly queer, even if they don't say the words in the media, I'm counting that, because it's like, oh, if it's not even subtext, it's just in your face about it, then even if they don't say the words directly, it still kind of counts, in my opinion. It's like there's a certain point where it's like you just have to be able to have like media literacy. um but yeah, as long as they're a queer character, it doesn't matter what kind of queer, it doesn't matter like what their sexuality or gender identity or whatnot is. If they're queer, that's all that matters. Um, it doesn't matter how many characters from a certain piece of media are in this. That's not important. This is also a ranking just based on personal preferences, too. Like, how much do I like the character? It is my favorite queer characters. So, like, obviously, these are my current list of my current 20 favorites, the ones that are above queer characters otherwise. So if there's a character you don't see in this that you really like, it's just they're not my top 20. They might be like 21 or 26 or something, or 33. but they're just not top 20. There's a lot of characters I had to cut out of this just because they just didn't make the cut for top 20. It's as simple as that. It's not that I don't like them. It's just they didn't make the cut for me currently, based off of where I'm at. And this is based off of stuff I've been recently watching, stuff that I've rewatched lately, or stuff that I've watched for the first time lately. So there's a lot of different stuff in here, a lot of different characters. And I think I'm very happy with how this turned out. I'm very happy with my list. Now, let's talk about how this is being done. So, as I said, we're using clips. Just because it makes it easier to showcase the characters and showcase kind of why I love them and everything. And honestly, if I just sat here talking about them forever, it would just take too long. It would just take way too goddamn long. So, instead, we're using clips, and because of that, because of YouTube's bullshit copyright system, we do have to redirect this. So there's a link in the description below that will take you to the list video. It's just gonna be, the clips back to back of each of these characters. So it's gonna be easy to get through and everything. You should have no problems with that. But yeah, with these characters, like the clips are just gonna show like either some of my favorite moments with them or moments that show them as queer, stuff like that. But the clips would probably be copyright claimed because of YouTube's bullshit system. So I do have to redirect it. I don't want to get any possible channel strikes or even a channel termination on this channel. As I always say in pretty much every video, I've dealt with that before. Don't want to deal with it again. It is absolute shit. It is the worst kind of situation to get yourself into as a YouTuber. And so I just want to avoid it. So we're just being safe by pushing it on to 100 free. The video will be there. You can watch it and then come back here to leave all your comments, leave your thoughts. And I would love to hear who like some of your favorite queer characters are. If there's any characters that you would have loved to see on this list, but, just maybe didn't make it for me. I would love to hear who your favorites are and what you think of my specific order and choices. But yeah, this is based purely on, like I said, my current feelings. So this list basically does change pretty often. It changes and rearranges as I watch stuff and rewatch stuff. So there's always that to take into account. But yeah, just wanted to let you all know. Just wanted to make sure that was clearly understood and everything. So yeah, I thought this would be a good thing to bring back for Pride this year, and I hope you enjoy it. So once again, the link is down in the description below. Just follow that, and you'll find the video that has all of the footage on it. And then come back here and tell me your thoughts. Let me know what your choices would be. And thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you have a happy Pride.